Okay, it's 12 o'clock. I'd like to welcome everybody here. It's quite an occasion. We're going to swear in 3 new city council people, and Diane and I are excited to have them sit. Brett wanted me to let everybody know that he's not new, he's just returning. But looking at the order here, he'll be least in seniority. I also want to welcome some dignitaries. I've seen a few here. I see Mayor Snar in the back, Representative Kwan. I saw her. Jennifer Covington, the Murray School Superintendent. And if I've missed somebody, I apologize because some people are out in the back. So I apologize if I missed somebody. Representative Stoddard, right there. And you know what? I got his name checked off too. He's my representative. Now there's one vote I don't get. Okay, we'll start with the presentation of the colors, Pledge of Allegiance by Murray City Fire and Police, and the national anthem will be sung by the Murray High School Madrigals. Please stand. Please repeat the pledge after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. While we're waiting, I see Representative Wheatley made it. Hello, Representative. Mayor Wilson.
You're down in front.
There's a few more chairs up here if somebody wants to come and sit. Okay, thank you. We'll proceed with the oath of office administered by Jennifer Kenny, Murray City Recorder.
Okay, Kat Martinez, come on up. Okay, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Kat Martinez,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support, obey, and defend
to support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United
and
States
the Constitution of the State of Utah,
and the Constitution of the State of Utah,
and perform the duties of my office
and perform the duties of my office
as a Murray City Council member
as a Murray City Council member
with fidelity.
with fidelity. I have to turn it because I'm left-handed, like super weird. Do you do both?
Yep.
Oh.
Yes. All right, we're going to move this real quick for you, Kat. Thanks, baby.
Hello. I'm so honored to have this opportunity to serve Murray. I apologize for looking down as I read. I'm just very excited. I was raised in a family that highly valued community service, and so that's always been a big part of our lives. I was taught that when you care about something, you take care of it. So it's just a very natural part of how we are in community. I love this community that we're raising our children in. People move to Murray because of our exceptional services, and they stay in Murray because of our exceptional community and the way we are with our neighbors and the way we take care of each other. Murray residents love living in Murray. We really savor our memories here, whether we've lived here for generations or just recently settled and joined the community. While appreciating our past, it's really important to look forward to the future and all the new things that are coming for our great community. 100 years ago, white women earned the vote across the United States, and now for the first time, I'm so honored to be a part of Murray's first female majority council, and I feel really honored for that. I'm really thankful to my role models, Mayor Jenny Wilson, Representative Kwan. I don't know where you ended up, but I love you. I have just had the honor of so many strong women. Josie, Senator Kathleen Reeby is not here today, I don't think, but there's just so many incredible, powerful leaders in this community that have really been mentors to me, and I'm so grateful for them and their leadership, showing that women and moms can run and win and serve our communities. I think that's so important. Thank you to my community, my neighbors, who gave my kids extra Otter Pops while we knocked doors in the summer. Who put up our yard signs even when our kids knocked them over with their bikes. It meant so much. Thank you to my family for believing in me, for believing in my vision and supporting my drive. Thank you, Madalena, my campaign manager. I could not have done this without you. Women lead in all different roles, and every single role is so important. Thank you to my husband, Jake, for always being so supportive of me. And thank you to my three biggest, best door knockers, Amelia, Joe, and Jenny. I couldn't do this without you either, and the help of the family. So I am so excited to serve Murray and serve this community, and thank you everyone who shows up for their community. Thank you.
I'm here. I do want to echo everything that Kat said. We live in an amazing community, and although I was told to make it short, it's not going to be short. So bear with me, because there's a lot of people I do want to thank and appreciate for being here. I also want to thank School Board Member Elizabeth Payne for being here, so thank you. And I saw former Representative Rebecca Chavez-Houck as well. Thank you so much. I want to thank our staff, Jan, Patty, and Connie, for putting this event together. They work tirelessly to put everything together, so thank you so much. Your work goes unseen quite a bit, so I appreciate you. They have really given us an opportunity and organized a lot for us to be informed and trained and ready to go for today's first City Council meeting. I also want to thank the council. I'm honored to be serving with Kat and Dale and Diane and Brent. It's going to be, or Brett, sorry. It's going to be a great honor. I want to thank my neighbors for believing in me and trusting me to represent you all in District 3. And for all those who didn't vote for me, it's okay. This just gives me an opportunity to let you know, to get to know me, and hope I do right by you as well. I will always have a seat at my table available so we can work together for Murray. I want to thank my dad. Sorry. Thank you for the courage of just being you, Manuel Dominguez. Thank you for coming to an unknown country at 13 and learning all its ways and succeeding in them. What you and your family did was the bravest thing anyone has ever done for themselves and their families. Your bravery birthed courage within me to be where I am today and to keep going. Thank you to my mom. At a young age, you became a mother and figured out how to navigate the system and become successful in your own right for Diego and I. In my mom's many ventures of life, she was a student at an organization called Socio. And to make extra money, she became the maestra and taught ESL to Cuban refugees in the early 80s. Luis Dominguez, you are more than you know to me and the state of Utah. With my mom's involvement of Socio, Frank Cordova and Archie Archuleta used to call me the Socio baby. They made an impression on my life that I will never forget, along with late, thank you, along with late Senator Pete Suazo and Leticia Medina, along with many others. I have always said my parents and family were some of the first brown people in the state of Utah. In the 80s, everyone knew everyone. In the Mexican community, it was that small. Mexicans populated Murray near the smokestacks and fish factory. Along the campaign, I was told many stories from neighbors who were friends with a Salazar, a Martinez, a Gonzalez, etc. And the love that they had for their friends was humbling. Murray serves a large minority community, about 19%, and I may be misquoting that. But Murray's history includes Italians, Greeks, Lebanese people, and we have always been thriving in this progressive city. Thank you, Diego, my brother, who is watching online. Thank you for your love and subtle reminders of how powerful my light is. Baby brother, your heart is bigger than life itself. Thank you for supporting me along this journey. Thank you to my campaign team. First off, thank you, Jessica Gonzalez, for recruiting your husband to be my campaign manager, Aaron Hildreth. I announced my campaign, and that same day, Aaron and Jessica came over to my house, and immediately he was on board. Jessica became our communications director, but I mostly appreciate her smarts and knowledge and of her historical references of how cities are formed. You are an amazing mujer. Aaron, thank you for making our home and the campaign your stomping grounds for the last 6 months. Who knew 2019 was going to be what it was? Your voodoo number crunching worked. Thank you. Thank you to the whole Gonzalez family for your help throughout the campaign. Bob, Trini, Molly, Xavier, and baby Cal. Thank you to my intern Jordan Del Rio, a senior at my alma mater, Judge Memorial Catholic High School. Your spirit and willingness to be a part of your community is a great reminder of why it's important to listen to our youth. Thank you for keeping me hip as well. A special thanks to everyone who canvassed for me or with me. Representative Mark Archuleta Wheatley and his wife Josie Valdez, our very own Councilwoman Diane Turner, Salt Lake Councilwoman Shireen Gorbani, Murray School Board member Elizabeth Payne and her sister Kat Payne, South Salt Lake Councilwoman Corey Thomas, Salt Lake School Board member Nate Salazar and his amazing mom, who is my friend Anna Vasquez, Papa Rich, Allie, and Eva, my friend Ashley Jolene, who's running for U.S. Congress in Utah's 2nd District, my compadres Gina and Juan, my sisters, Eli Macias Perez, Anita Watson, Nancy Ursino, Cynthia Cervantes, Sandy Beacetin and her baby Olivia, Beatriz Garcia, April Mahon and her baby Alice. My cousins Juan Ramos, also known as Suki, I'm sure he's around here somewhere. Edgar Garcia, Wendy Garvin, thank you for wanting to see more Latinos in office and asking me over and over again if I would run. And to your son Oliver for helping out. To Jennifer Miller-Smith, Hope Zitting-Gostruex, sorry if I mispronounced that, Hope, Abraham Manning, Ernie Gabinal, Martin and Barb Munoz, Lisa Martin, Scooter, Q, Sasha Lukes Morgan, and Tyrell Agard. I wanted to say all their names because I think they deserve to be heard as well. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anyone, but your time and hours committed to the campaign are invaluable. Thank you everyone who made phone calls on my behalf from DC to LA. Your love is appreciated. Thank you to everyone who donated to the campaign. Every donation gave me the courage to keep trekking along. There were no donations too big or small. Thank you for everyone who endorsed me as well. Each endorsement means the world to me, and I look forward to your mentorship and leadership. Thank you to our local unions who provided so much to our beautiful city, I look forward to learn how we can provide to our community and union members in Murray. Thank you to my family, to my Tio Efren and Tia Linda for moving to Murray and raising me along with my cousins Dean and Daniel, aka Dan. That's how everybody knows him. They included me as one of their own, and if I didn't go to Judge, I was definitely going to Murray. Thank you to my nana and tata, my tias, tios, cousins, and many nieces and nephews. I love you and appreciate your willingness to learn more about politics and making the sacrifice of family time to support me so that I can serve the great people of Murray. 2019 was hard for our family with the loss of our Uncle Emmanuel. But no matter what I am doing and will continue to be there for you, I love you all. To Lincoln, it's you, buddy. Thank you to Lincoln for the constant reminder of being in the moment and asking why. Eva, thank you for believing in me in moments when I struggled to believe in myself. Thank you for being you, just a kid. You have shaped my perspective on why it is important to create a safe, loving space in our thriving community here in Murray. Your bravery is more than I had at your age, kid. Thanks to Matt's family for coming along with me to declare my candidacy and pack Jennifer's office on June 5th. Thank you for Allie for sharing your birthday with me as well. Thanks to Matt's dad, Richard Parks, for being so willing and involved with the campaign and with the kids. Thank you to Matt's mom, Judith Zimmerman, and her husband, Jeff Foote, for supporting my campaign and taking amazing photos and helping with the kids on more than one occasion. Judy, your constant words of encouragement mean so much more than you would ever imagine. Thank you to Matt's sister, Allie, for your love and support throughout the whole campaign. Lastly, to my partner, my best friend, who brings the best out of me, Matt Parks. Thank you for hearing me when I was mourning the retirement of former Representative Rebecca Chavez Hauk. He sat patiently one night with me, listening to why her retirement was a huge loss to our community and state. Thank you for serving, Rebecca, and retiring because I might not have been here otherwise. You encouraged me, Matt, with your privilege to run, and knowing I had your full support helped me step outside of my comfort zone and believing in myself again. With that courage, I am giving a speech I never thought I would give, thanks to you, babe. I love you. I'm almost done, I promise. At the age of 37, I have rediscovered my light. Others, including Matt, knew I had it all along and gave me that push I needed to get out of my shell and shine. Since I had left college, I made a series of life choices that got me to this moment, and most of those choices were mistakes. I went to college, who lost their accreditation, so my bachelor's became invalid. I was one of the first to be let go at Univision as a producer when the market crashed. I organized the largest immigration march in Utah's history with fellow leaders, advocacy groups, and the Brown Berets. I dealt with depression and anxiety, foreclosed on my condo, lost my grandfather, my Abba, who was the heart and soul of the Dominguez family. After his passing, my Tio Liberato and Tia Idalia passed. Had overcome my anxiety about student loans, lost my compa, Daniel, to cancer at 32 because he didn't have the money or health insurance to go for a checkup. Went back to school for graphic design on a scholarship at Salt Lake Community College, received a marketing design internship in DC at the National Hispanic of State Legislators. After my internship, I freelanced for them for years. I applied for an internship at the White House under Obama's administration, didn't receive it because of my student loans. Reconnected with my best friend and partner, Matt Parks, after 16 years and helping raise his 2 children, Lincoln and Eva Parks. Received a job as a marketing manager along with a male coworker to then have to train him, only to find out he received $40,000 more than I did for the same title. Had to put a restraining order on someone who didn't respect our boundaries. After all that, I didn't feel validated in the world. I took time to forgive myself for the failures and remembered there is a lot of good to still be lived. I realized I'm human and I continue to learn from my mistakes. I am alive and I get to share space with all you fine people today. I admit these things because we as politicians are human, and anyone and everyone to be able to serve can in their communities. I was recently contacted by a young woman who I used to babysit and her 5 sisters, and she said the following: I felt like I couldn't get involved in politics either because of my family history and my own past, but seeing you helped me have the aha moment, and I don't have to let my past define me. This young woman's mother was caught up in addiction. Her daughters were uprooted from their homes and moved out of state with their grandparents. Her whole life was changed. I was this young woman for a long time, trying to navigate the world trying to navigate the world myself on more than one occasion. I'm not worthy or I'm not enough to be in politics. In fact, I was okay being behind the scenes helping our elected officials become elected. I allowed others to use my faults against me and guilt me, and I felt I was not worthy enough. Some of you who I trusted as mentors and friends, including women, I let them steal my light for too long. It took a lot of self-love and great group of friends and family to get me where I am today. Thank you. Don't let anyone steal your light. If you have the passion to serve your community, don't let your history define you, because your perspective is needed, your voice is needed, and I am here to help you along the way. I see you and I'm here for you. As the first Mexican American to be elected into the Murray City Council, I say, gracias por estar aquí y acompañarme en este momento muy grande en mi vida. Pero este momento no es solo mío, pero para todos los latinos. Estos momentos en nuestras vidas tenemos que reunirnos y apoyar uno al otro. Y estoy aquí en apoyarte y tu voz es importante. Thank you.
Okay, before we move on, I'd like to recognize School Board Member Elizabeth Payne and friend to everybody, Representative Rebecca.
I'm sorry.
Rebecca Chavez-Hauk. Rebecca has been a friend to everybody in this room and everybody in this state for years, and I didn't want it to go unnoticed.
She's right here.
And Councilwoman, and I didn't get the rest of it, go ahead.
Analia Valdemoros, Councilwoman from Salt Lake City as well.
Oh, I didn't recognize the back of her head, I'm sorry. Okay, we'll move on with our next speaker. We're very honored to have Mayor Wilson.
Wait, Brett Hales.
Oh, God. Let's have Brett next. I'm perfectly content up here.
Come on up, Brett.
Let's try it.
You think I know, huh?
All right. I state your name.
Brett Hales,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support, obey, and defend
to support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Utah,
and perform the duties of my office
as a Murray City Council member
as a Murray City Council member with fidelity.
First one right there.
There's two of them.
Jennifer was laughing the whole time when she said with fidelity, because my first time I was here, I said infidelity. So I'm still nervous about that.
And now you know why I tried to move on.
Thanks. That's it. Okay. You know, it was interesting, as Rosalba was sitting down here, or her, almost her brother, her cousin, came over to me and said, Brett, do you remember me? And Dan, her cousin, who she calls AKA Dan, coached our son in basketball about 20 years ago. And Dan was one of the best coaches we ever had. He loved the school, and he loved the game, but more importantly, he loved our kids. So thank you, Dan, for all that. We appreciate that. Well, this is exciting. Rosalba, your Spanish is excellent. Just want to let you know. Muy bien. My family, I don't speak much Spanish, but my family members all do. My parents did, and brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles. But anyway, this is an awesome occasion. I'm grateful to be here and so grateful for my wife. My wife, Cindy, is amazing. We've been married just past 37 years, and Cindy, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2005 and spent some time in a wheelchair and on a feeding tube, and so we didn't know if this was even possible, and Cindy said, we can do this, and she was my legs for a lot of the part of it and ran all the flyers, and she was amazing. So I just want to show my appreciation to Cindy, because she has been by my side the entire time, and I am so grateful for her. anybody ever follows me on Facebook, you'll see that I never talk politics, believe it or not, on Facebook, but I always talk about Cindy. So anyway, I appreciate her, and I'm thankful for my family members, Paul and Della, that are here, Julie, my brother Paul and his wife Della, and Julie, Cindy's sister, and Bill and Caroline I see out there, and Perry, my brother-in-law. Any other family members here? That's rude. I thought there was going to be more than that. You said Kat and Rosalba, they had 150 here, but I guess when you're on your third term, they're going, you're on your own, buddy. Anyway, Anne Marie, hi, Dan Snar. I don't know if Jack DeMann was here. Is Jack here? Probably not. Anyway, he was a great influence on me. And then what about Mike Squires? Is Mike around? Mike Squires. Mike Squires was a 25-year-old punk kid that called me up. If you know Mike, you love Mike. He called me up when I was running for office and said, this was 8 years ago, and he said, Brett, can I be your campaign manager? And I thought, well, this isn't like running for student body president. Why would he say that? I didn't have any idea. And I said, well, what do you do? And he goes, well, just tell me yes, and I'll do what I need to do. And I said, okay, yes. Oh, my goodness, he lived with me. But anyway, I would have never totally give credit to Cindy, but also with Mike, I would not be here if it wasn't for Mike Squires, because he absolutely put everything into this. And he was more, when I won, I about passed out. Mike was jumping up and down. I wanted to pass the torch to him, to be honest. But anyway, I have had a thoroughly wonderful 8 years, and being able to be with Diane, a classy, wonderful lady, and Dale. Anyway, he's a classy young guy. So anyway, it's been wonderful. It's been just a blast to be partners with these people on the stand there. And then it's exciting to have Kat and Rosalba with us. You can already tell there's going to be some new blood in the council, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to have a lot of fun making fun of Dale. That's our goal. So anyway, so thanks again, and I appreciate everyone that's come out, especially more for these women. And it's a privilege to be on the Murray City Council. It really is. It's fun, it's nonpartisan, and it's just an absolutely wonderful thing to be able to think that we think for ourselves. We don't have anybody else telling us what to do, because there's no, I've never experienced it in the 8 years, any special interest groups or anything. We just get to do what's best for the citizens of Murray. So that's a great blessing for me and for them and for us. So thank you. Thank you all.
Now, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by a swearing in, we're honored to have Mayor Wilson. Mayor Wilson is a fifth-generation Utahn, born in Salt Lake City, graduated from the University of Utah, received her master's degree in public administration from Harvard Kennedy School in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Having a wealth of experience in government and the private sector and nonprofit associations, Mayor Wilson was the first woman elected to Salt Lake County Council in 2005. She introduced numerous policy programs, including ethics and criminal justice reform, open space preservation, and government efficiency. She helped establish the Jordan River Commission and County Opioid Task Force to help concentrate efforts to fight the opioid epidemic. Mayor Wilson took the oath of office in 2019, having served as a county council member for 10 years. Please give a warm welcome to Mayor Jenny Wilson.
Well, I've known Chairman Cox for long enough that I thought I might get a little shade my way, not a very nice official bio that my staff clearly sent over. I left my county council meeting. I used to be a county council member, many of you know, for about a decade, and then now have the honor of serving as mayor. And boy, I'm going to come out and hang out with you guys more often, because you guys are a lot more fun than the 9 of them. can tell you that. I'm very happy to take a break and rush over here, and for a very, very good purpose. Boy, like Murray, what a place you guys are. I have the honor of representing 18 cities now, if you include the new town of Brighton. We'll call it a city, just for the purposes of this discussion. 5 townships. And each one of them has such a great personality, different strengths, unique challenges, and Murray is certainly one of them. And I'll go to a party or meet with family or whatever, and I feel like I can just launch into like Trivial Pursuit or Jeopardy about our cities and their richness. And it's fun to talk about Murray because not many cities have their own police, fire, public works, power, senior center, golf course, library, school district, and cemetery, right? You guys go at it on your own. That we do have a great partnership as the county. You are a unique community, and you got some great things going on. I mean, new babies born every day just down the street at IMC, life-saving procedures, people coming from around the nation to, be in the shadow of this building, right? Just right down the street. You're an amazing community. Years ago, foundation of our settlement here in 1850, Murray was the center. It was a place of rest, the halfway point between the granite quarries up the canyon and downtown Salt Lake City. Pony Express Station number 9 was at State and 6200 South. And am I right about that? Okay. I thought maybe I got it wrong with that. Yes, and was a critical resting point back in the day. Not that you were there, but I thought maybe I had gotten that wrong. I'm just kind of playing along here with you guys. I'm just going to try and maybe you'll allow me to stay a little longer today. And since becoming a city in 1903, Murray has grown and prospered. Industry, business, culture, shopping, all of it. And, it's interesting to see this, the sort of, how do I put this sort of stoic nature of the city become this groundbreaking place right now as you brought in your first female majority council and council member Chairman Cox and council member Mayor, good luck. The game has changed. I've been around long enough to know, indeed, the game has changed. So I'm going to come back. Invite me back. So with that, I just want to thank you. I want to applaud you for electing these 2 amazing new members and returning someone who, knows his way around and great community members, new assets to your council. I look around and, it's exciting for me to be here today because in 2004, when I was elected, I was the first woman elected, as was mentioned, to the Salt Lake County Council. And I felt at the time as a fairly young woman, younger, a little bit like intimidated by the process throughout the county. I had great leaders and great people who helped me better connect with the community and understand my role as a council member. And those leaders and folks were mayors, community leaders, my council members, the mayor at the time, and others. But today I feel like this is like family. I look around and I look at the changing nature of our county as a whole, and to have so many women and pardon me, I didn't mean to get emotional, but maybe Rebecca can share this. The game has changed, and it is so meaningful for me today, and pardon my emotion, but to hear your story of diversity and challenge, council member. Oh, good, I get to be the first to address you as council member. But to hear your story of diversity and challenge, it is so meaningful. And Councilwoman Valdemoris, your swearing in yesterday was so meaningful. Appointed and now elected, along with Mayor Mendenhall. And I had a chance, this is my third, there's many that I wasn't able to go to, but this is my third swearing in 2 days, and was also over at South Salt Lake to welcome Natalie Pickney, new council member there, who's amazing, a woman of color there as well. And I just see, so my emotion is really so proud of the women who took the journey, came the challenge, had the confidence within. Councilwoman, a new, American citizen, relatively new as a leader on that council. Who would have thought that Salt Lake City's council didn't have a person of color until the council member was elected just a year ago or thereabouts? So we are changing in every community in this valley, and I'm so proud of that. I'm proud that I can be a part of it, that I can serve you, that I feel excited to represent all of our communities and really celebrate the unique nature of each of them. And Murray, keep doing it on your own. It's probably less of a headache for me. I look right at the council chair when I say that, but I will welcome the opportunities that we have to coordinate with recreation and to support your community development and to, do what you can do to help us battle collectively with suicide concerns in our community at a growing rate, and with the battles that we're facing around homelessness and addiction. And, we in our valley have such great cooperative relationships at every level, from industry to nonprofit partners to government. And we are, I believe, having traveled around a fair amount to sell my county and learn more from other counties and engage with other counties, I think we are the strongest county in the nation for that reason alone, not to mention our beauty, our assets, and our people. And I'm so proud to serve you as county mayor, along with this great leadership team and Mayor Camp and others, and every mayor, every community member, every citizen in this valley. And I really am so honored to have that role, and look forward to partnerships coming back when I need a dose of humor. I'm going to expect that here, to get reports back from citizens that indeed, in the spirit of some of my mentors and predecessors, Randy Horyuchi being one of them, let's keep it light, let's do the important work, let's drive the agenda, let's make change, and let's do it with our smile on our face and that bipartisanship and friendship that you've already demonstrated today. And thank you very much.
Mayor Wilson thought she was going to go away without getting punked. Now, please come back.
This is now comedy hour now.
I picked every bit of this gift myself, so please don't open it until you get in your car. Thank you.
And tell Jan thank you.
Okay, next we'll have remarks from our Mayor, Blair Camp.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good afternoon. And thank you for your comments and your wishes of good luck, Mayor. No, I'm very excited. I've been asked to keep my comments brief also, and I will. So. It's a real honor to be invited to say a few words this afternoon as we welcome these two new council members, Councilmember Martinez and Councilmember Dominguez, and acknowledge the third term, the beginning of the third term of Councilmember Hales. Being part of local government and serving on a city council is really rewarding, and I was thinking about I guess it was 6 years ago that I stood here, was sworn in as a council member here in Murray City, and it has been very challenging, and it has been very rewarding. And I appreciate the fact that both of you newcomers, if you will, have spent the best part of the last year here in the council meetings and getting to know the issues and getting to learn and understand and know what you're getting into. And I think that's going to be a real advantage, not only to you, but to our residents. So thank you for doing that. You'll quickly learn, however, that there are endless requests, endless demands, and endless ideas. Many, many worthy causes, many wants, many needs, all to be addressed with limited resources. During your tenure, you'll have many important decisions to make, and some of them will be tough, some of them will be easy, but all will be important. So I ask you to carefully encourage every decision you have to make, with the knowing that they impact someone, or some individual or some group. The author Douglas Adams is quoted as having said, "To give real service, you must add something which cannot be bought or measured with money, and that is sincerity and integrity." I believe this is a good reminder to all of us who have been entrusted by the public to do our jobs with sincerity and integrity. So I wish you much success as you serve on the council. I wish you success personally, but maybe even more so, I measure the success of a council member or an elected official as the same as the success of the city. So I wish you and I wish our city success over your time here that you serve. I look forward to working with you, all of you, in the improvement and advancement of Murray City. And as Mayor Wilson mentioned, Murray City is a unique city, and we have our challenges in this changing world to balance many of the great positive attributes of our city with the challenges of growth and regionalization that are going on around us, in keeping our unique character as a city. So that's a challenge that we all have. But in conclusion, let me say thank you for being willing to do a thankless job, and good luck in doing a job that requires more work than luck. Thank you.
Before we move on, I want to recognize school board member Glow Merrill. I want to make sure we recognize all the elected officials that are here. And if I've missed anybody else, I'm so sorry. Okay, the next, we'll move on to a musical number by Anastasio Costello. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Anastasio Castillo, Dale.
That's what I said. I'm from Draper.
I'm going to take advantage of your podium here, even though I don't look very political, but I've got a song here that I selected for this special occasion, and I'm going to take the opportunity to put this down here so I can read some of the information that I got from that song. That song is about nostalgia when people leave their country for whatever reason. They leave countries for a better life, or sometimes because they have to. But for whatever reason, everybody that loves his country and leaves his country has very nostalgic feelings. And this is what this song is about. The composer is, and by the way, Canción Mixteca is the name of the song. And Mixteca means a region of Mayan indigenous in Oaxaca and Puebla, and so in Guerrero, I believe, too. And so the composer, Jose Lopez, was from Mayan descent also. And I'll briefly read in English what the song is about. So far away from the land where I was born, immense nostalgia invades my thoughts and my feelings. To see myself alone like a leaf flying in the wind. O land of the sun, I sigh and long to see you. now so far away from without your light and your love. And so it has that deep sentiment about, leaving one's country, that loves his country and then has to leave or chose to leave for whatever reason. And also our men and women that serve our country, that either stationed in other parts of the world or deployed in other parts of the world too. So this is the song called Canción Mixteca.
Qué lejos estoy del suelo donde he nacido. Inmensa nostalgia invade mi pensamiento. Y al verme tan solo y triste, cual hoja al viento, quisiera llorar, quisiera morir de sentimiento. Oh tierra del sol, suspiro por verte. Ahora que lejos me encuentro sin luz, sin amor. Y al verme tan solo y triste, cual hoja al viento, quisiera morir, quisiera llorar de sentimiento.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much, Anastasio Castillo. I get to wrap this up. I'm not sure how to do that, but I just want to thank you all for being here, for your support of our council and of Murray. We really appreciate it. It's called an oath of office ceremony, and it feels like an oath of office celebration. So thank you so much. Also, thank you, Mayor Wilson. I really appreciate the remarks. Thank you, Mayor Kemp. I also appreciate those. Dale, good job. Thank you to the Murray High Madrigals. They did a beautiful job. And to Murray City Fire and Police, who we value so much. Anyway, there will be a light luncheon served out in the foyer. And again, thank you so much for being here. And this part is adjourned. Thank you.